Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and as a sequel to my previous video, which you should probably watch before watching this one, we're going to take a look at the TOA Uniters from 2016. Already with 2015's TOA, it was already a strong start. The sets were pretty awesome, basic, but still had awesome features and vibrant colors. Dual functionality of the weapons was a good thing. The gear function, you can still pose them in certain poses with the gear function, and it was great. Well, then 2016, winter of 2016, we got the TOA Uniters, and wow, this was a massive step up. A really massive step up. More like massive 6 steps up. I mean, seriously, I'm looking at these guys right now and they look fucking awesome. Vibrant colors are still there. There's just so much good stuff here. Let's start off with Golly, ladies first, obviously, and here she is. This is my favorite, obviously, of the Uniters, because she was my favorite of the Masters, so fuck off. Now, obviously, one thing you will note, staff weapon with this spinning bit, which is kind of cool. I like that. The new sword thing, which, you know, there were only a certain number of colors they could make these. But it's a pretty nice color going on here. Also a hand guard here with these polypropylene pieces, which are nice. A small chain with another piece. This was actually I had to replace the original of this because it broke somehow. Yes, polypropylene pieces can break a little bit, and luckily it was a easy replacement job. The return of the Vorox and what was it? Vorox and Skrull armor piece, but in orange for Golly, and I think as like a hip skirt sort of thing, it works pretty cool. Nice at an angle for the leg. The upper legs are longer than the lower legs for some reason, and I do like this color contrast of trans dark blue to trans medium blue or light blue, whatever the hell. They all use the friction adders at their hips and at their ankles. Go figure. The other hip has this what is that? Dark Azure four-long piece. I can only assume those are expensive on Bricklink right now. And this new piece as well, crystalline stuff, nice detail, and it looks fucking lovely actually. The color contrasting for Golly is just absolutely lovely. She looks awesome. Nuva symbols actually make a comeback too. These are basically the TOA Nuva of G2. And you can see it in the mask. There's all this half silver, half color and half silver, kind of a callback to the Metromatorin. So that's kind of cool. You got the piece of Unity on her back. Also, you got a system piece right there for some lower back coverage, even though there's still a bit of gap. Lower arms, just like the lower legs. Got another crystalline piece with some pistons in there as well. Speaking of pistons, oh my god, we got some greebling in this torso armor. So you got the chest print and torso print, which is pretty nice. We also got all these freaking pistons here and there. These TOA have more detail than the Masters did, so this is fucking awesome. I do like the spinning bit right here. It's like a fidget spinner almost. It spins both directions. That's fun. The mask definitely looks like some kind of evolution of the Mask of Water from 2015, and it proven. I mean, you look at the thing, and it has more runes on it, but there's also a Nuva symbol there too on all of the TOA Uniters masks. Their foreheads, they have the Nuva symbol melded into there, and also into their chest armor. So that's cool. Also, the Vorox Skrull armor right there too. That looks pretty cool. Overall, Golly is my favorite, hands fucking down. I just love her. She looks amazing. Definitely a massive step up from her 2015 version. In fact, I have my third copy generally. Yeah, definitely a lot of good things going on here. So, put the raffle prize I won over there. And also, no gear function, but there is a gear function at the hips. So that's that's pretty interesting. It's different. We've never had that before. Well, okay, we did with Makuta from 2003, but this is kind of more proper, I guess you could say. This is pretty cool. I like it. So yeah, Golly is easily my favorite. No joke. Drink some tea. Let's look at Kopaka now. Kopaka, master or uniter of ice. So he's got this buckler looking thing. It's like a shield with a gun in it, which is pretty cool, I guess. It's the stud shooter, so you spin this and it launches studs. I don't have them in there because I don't want to fucking lose them. So we got silver scroll armor up here as well. We got Boraka eyes in white. Those are not new at all. This upper arm is pretty customly built. You'll notice a trend here with these figures. A lot of custom jobs to the torso, the new torso design as well. You have to snap the crotch and ass part to the torso, and yeah, custom work, custom stuff. I love it. This upper arm looks pretty cool. The lower arm is just a trans blue bone piece, but with this wide armor shell in Metro Blue, Dark Blue, whatever. It looks fucking awesome. We need more of this. I guess we can rely on bootlegs to do that. Same trans blue fists as the master version, but the sword looks fucking epic. Look at this. This is what we should have gotten with Master Kopaka, and this hilt thing looks pretty cool. Looks like some sort of bullhorn type of things. This is nothing new. Stickers. Yep, stickers. The chest print looks pretty cool too. No pun intended. His mask looks pretty alright. Far evolution of the Mask of Ice, and he does have a stud in there, so you can put the stud on. Also, I should probably mention the eye stalk has been cut in half, basically, because they realized that this was not going to work well. So they said, fuck it, let's just leave it off. There's some back armor there, and this is a little weaker. I'd say replace a couple parts and you'll be set in stone there. He does have extra ammo here, an ammo pouch, I guess you could say. So, he does have gold. This is the only bit of gold on him. Which transitions to a translate blue, and it looks in some ways ugly, but at the same time it also looks alright. On top of a white 5 long armor shell. Lower legs have the piece of unity there as well. This looks pretty good. It's a pretty solid version of Kopaka. Definitely interesting take on Kopaka Nuva in a way. I like it. I really do. The piece of unity is on his back as well, so you can do that. There is a bootleg of Kopaka. It's sold separately from Mellum. I wouldn't recommend that because it's sketchy. All bootlegs are sketchy, let's be honest. So that's Kopaka. Probably... He's probably my second favorite, I'm not sure, out of the Uniters. So... let's take a look at Pohatu. So this is Pohatu, Toho Stone. Silver armor again, from the scroll. Looks pretty cool. This upper arm is a little less complicated. It's still custom, but hey, it's pretty alright. It just has a brown left arm thing right there in 3 holes. You got the piece of unity. His mask definitely looks like an evolution of the Mask of Stone. Borak eyes, nothing new there. All translucent, yellowish, transparent, yellowish, greenish lower arms in general. That's just weird. That's kind of off-putting too. This type of brown, which I think you would see in the, what is it? Some of the Star Wars sets, actually. You get a couple of 4-long armor shells in that same brown, so I guess it was a mixing of browns. You got the dark brown, you got the burnt orange, and then you got this brown, so creative, I guess. Again, he has the same size legs as he previously did, except for the friction adders. He also has this piece, the crystalline piece, looks pretty fucking nice. His staff weapon has a goalie ball on chain. The return of the goalie ball, but it's gray, so... This chain has lasted since 2006, I think. It's been around for ages. You got this little bit right there as well, staff. There's some blades we can impale you with. So, overall, Pohatu, again, he's probably my least favorite. He's a little weak, but at least there was some creative liberties that were taken with Pohatu. I mean, he's not the greatest, but I don't know. He's still pretty alright. I'm going to set him right here temporarily, because now we're going to take a look at Tahu. There we go. The Uniter of Fire. Yes, the Uniter of Fire. Now, his weapons are supposed to be like this, I think. They are in the show. And that's kind of goofy. But they are able to do this function. Work. So these are the stowaway position. And these are full length for maximum impalement and fighting skill. This guy looks pretty fucking awesome. You know the memes of Phoenix Tahu, we all know this. But you got these Skull Villain armor pieces in gold, which look fucking awesome on Tahu. He's got the piece of Unity in gold, he's got the torso armor in gold, which looks nice, and his color scheme has some blue in there, which is like dark azure, and he has a couple dark azure Borak eyes. That's a lovely piece to have. You could put that on Gali, but, you know. The idea behind that is because sometimes flames can be blue, which, okay, I can understand that. He does have kind of the inverse of Kopaka's legs, where Kopaka's had the this up here and this down here. Well, it's the reverse with Tahu, except his upper legs are longer, and you know, yeah, trans orangish reddish lower legs, on top of the only actual red shells on this guy. Wow. Besides his mask, which is a little combination of, you know, the silver and that red, and it looks kind of strange. I like the custom build for, you know, customizing the design of Tahu's, you know, to get Tahu's arms and whatnot. You got a fuck ton of Borak eyes back here, which is cool. These can pose for some reason, I don't know why. You got lower arms are the exact same as the master version. The upper arms, gold on top of trans orange fists, and pieces of Unity, and yeah, this crystalline piece with the pistons looks fucking wow. You hold this guy up to the light and he illuminates. It looks fucking awesome. He's not a Toa of light, but, you know, fire can be light too. The sword looks pretty cool. Unfortunately, sometimes it looks kind of bad. Like, the melding job is kind of spotty and weird. Also, apparently you can combine both of these swords together at this extra 4 length, but I don't do that because it's pointless. But overall, Tahu looks pretty fucking awesome. This Nuva Tahu for 2016 G2 obviously has these flame bits, because why? They've been using those up the wazoo. And I like Tahu. I think he looks pretty fucking awesome. He's still overrated as a Toa. Everybody's favorite Toa. Yada 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 yada. Yeah, Tahu is pretty cool. This version of Tahu is probably better than the master version. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, that's the truth. Well, I guess it's all opinion, but whatever. Now let's take a look at Liwa. Liwa is kind of a strange case. He has 4 of these scroll armor in silver. His upper arms are weird. Weirdly custom in a way. Lower arms are the same as Master version with the addition of these crystalline pieces, which are pretty fucking cool. Tonfas, that's what these are with these smaller katana-like pieces. That's pretty cool. He can flip this around and stab, and yeah. I like the green melding from the silver. This looks fucking cool. I do like these Borak eyes in this trans Applejack green. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, so the lower legs are custom too, but it just looks kind of unsightly in the knee. I don't know how I feel about that, but the upper legs are the exact same. Kind of, as the Master version. The torso armor looks pretty solid, obviously. The chest armor, the prints look pretty cool too. I just noticed the Nuva symbol is fairly large on this one for some reason. I mean, yeah. So, piece of Unity. He still has a couple of Borak eyes on either side. Has the addition of yellow in his color scheme, which is pretty cool. I feel like they could have covered this up. There's a little bit of a mistake there. There's axle holes that could have been covered up. You could reconfigure his whole arm deal however you want, but this just seems kind of strange in a way. You got the Hordika necks there and the upper arms, and this is kind of an oddball set, to be honest. Liwa was always a bit of an oddball, so it makes sense. Glatorian necks, you got 4 of those. You got more Borak eyes. Honestly, I can't really complain all that much because he does look pretty cool. He looks, I guess, in some ways better than his Master counterpart. His mask does look pretty freaking interesting, to say the least. An interesting jawline, obviously. He's been working on his jaw. It definitely looks like an evolution of the Mask of Jungle. Just realized that, yeah, Tahu's mask definitely looks like a evolution of the Mask of Fire. But overall, for $15, you can't really complain. I mean, I guess you can, but it makes you look bad. And finally, Onua, Uniter of Earth. Yes, he's got a pretty custom torso design. You got some black Borak eyes and these angled pieces. Yeah, slight custom job here. His mask definitely looks like a nice evolution of the Mask of Earth. And then this can happen. Yeah, he's got the fucking skull villain ribcage piece, which is nice. I'm not entirely convinced about this setup with the Glatorian necks, but I mean, it works. So, transparent, translucent, whatever, purple up the wazoo on this guy. You got lower arm entirely trans purple over here and over here, and also another trans purple bone piece of that variety, because on the upper arm, this upper arm as well, it's a normal upper arm, upper leg bone. And the reason why that is because he's holding a two-handed weapon with this big fucking justice weapon of drill and blaster. It has a blaster in it. Look at that. You turn the drill and it launches the things. This is using some Technic bits. Shroud-like piece. It's very dusty. Also a saw blade-like piece. The drill. This little cone, this little cone piece in trans purple looks pretty nice. In fact, you can probably imagine that as like a laser to cut through the minerals and I don't know, like crystals and whatnot. So he does have an extra ammo thing on his lower leg. His feet are massive. These are actually holdovers from Stormer from the Breakout sets, but these are in gunmetal, so that's cool. There's a technic piece here and there too. Lower legs are trans purple. These crystalline pieces are not. They're gold and they're fading to trans clear and not trans purple. It's like, why? It's an option, sure. Why not? But at the same time, I think they could have gone with the trans purple. So, yeah. Well, once again, we have a trans purple piece right here. This spins a little bit. Not a problem. Just compress. There you go. And of course, these 2015 pieces. There's 4 of them, like the last one. The torso armor, obviously. Torso armor is all black with some golden purple printing on there. It looks kind of nice. So, I don't know. Onua, is actually much better than his 2015 Master counterpart. He does have some things a bit off about him, I'd say. Obviously, you know, being able to do this. Whoosh, because he swings the hammer and it's fun. So but the problem is, yeah, this is a little weak of a connection, I guess, but yeah, you can clearly see spinning it like that is not helping. But I mean, probably have to replace another piece. But overall, I like Onua Uniter. He looks pretty cool. I think all the Uniters look cool, but my absolute favorite has to be Golly. So, what else can I say about the Uniters? Put Pohatu back over here. Well, looking at them all right in front of me on my desk, they do have some things about them that are kind of meh. I have to say that Pohatu is probably the least. He's the one with the most issues, I think. Liwa definitely has a weird configuration problem with his upper arms and how he was configured that way. It's just Pohatu that's mostly the problem, Toa, this time around. Which is fine because, you know, us the Mockists, we can make it better. And obviously you can reconfigure Liwa's arm setup to however you want, and obviously the knees are a problem too. Yeah, obviously we can do better than Lego to some extent, but, you know, because they're on a budget. Some of us aren't, but, you know. I have to say the ones that are best done are probably the $20 sets, Tahu and Onua. They're done rather well. Tahu more so than Onua, but Onua is still fairly solid. Kopaka, well, he came with Malum, but I'm not gonna, or Melum, sorry. I'm not gonna count that, but Kopaka still is pretty fucking cool, no pun intended. He looks awesome. He can kick your ass. The problem is he has very little gold. That could change if you put the golden mask on. And thing is, and I'll talk about this in another mask-related video, the golden masks have transparent colors that kind of... Okay, so the gold of the main mask transitions to the color, the trans color. And that's pretty fucking awesome. These are some lively looking sets. I like the transparent colors. mixing with the solid colors rather well. I think Golly is probably the best looking aesthetically. The lower legs being shorter than the upper legs is kind of not the best, but budget. So yeah. I mean, they could have easily just used a trans blue bone piece that has the one pinhole in it, but then they would have to replace the trans dark blue 4 long armor shells with 5 longs in trans dark blue, which we've had before with Chi Laval. And I think that would be a perfect change. Obviously, we don't have, I don't think they made that one bone piece that is like 1 module longer than the main one in this color, but it would be nice to have it. So if that modification is possible, I think Golly would probably be the absolute #1 for me. But right now, Golly, well, she still is #1, 100%. But the lower legs are just kind of small, and I mean, I guess it's fine. I do enjoy the gear function. And you know what? There's a 7th Toa, and that's a Kimu. Okay, we're not even going to get into that because, well, the thing is with the Kimu is that he only becomes the Toa of Light to aid the Toa Nuva, or the Toa Uniters. And he does this, and I'll talk about why he went back to Mask Maker form when I review Journey to One. But that version of Akimu has the Toa of Light version, has kind of like a crossover effect with the Masters and the Uniters, both gear functions. So if 2017 still happened, we probably could have gotten a fusing of both gear functions and probably some new cool parts and masks and whatnot, and we would have gotten a 3rd wave of these Toa. Probably Gen 2 Mystica. Fantoka. Okay, let's not get ridiculous. But it would have been cool to see where they would have gone, but sagging sales, non-existent sales to some degree, and other things brought Bionicle to its death knell. But yeah, so I really do like these Toa Uniters. In fact, I love these sets. They are fucking brilliant. I like them more than the Masters, to be honest, but I still have a soft spot for Golly Master of Water. I'm looking at her right now. She looks awesome with the golden mask. But I don't know, it's kind of hard to pick between Golly Uniter and Golly Master. Which one's my absolute favorite out of the 2 Gollies that we got in 2015, 2016? It's a hard decision. I mean, Golly Master, I've had it 3 times. Don't ask. I think Golly Uniter definitely has a lot more creative stuff going on here. She definitely has a cool weapon. Overall, her build is pretty good. I do like the color contrasting of the trans blues and the silvers, the orange replacing the yellow, which was pretty cool. There's some blackthorn in there too, gunmetal, dark azure. Overall, I think Golly just is probably the most visually appealing for me. She just looks so awesome. I can't really say much against her, other than the fact that her lower legs are a little too short. But yeah, I love Golly here. She looks awesome. Also, a thing about Golly, brought back the 2-length axles in black. When's the last time we've got those? So yeah, Golly Uniter definitely has a lot going for her. She is awesome. I love her. She is just... yeah. So I think it's still a hard decision for me to choose one or the other. Master or Uniter. I feel like there are aspects of both that I love. If not equally, then more than the other. There are aspects of all the toy Uniters that I like more than the Masters and vice versa. But I just can't choose between the 2 Gollies that we got for G2. What is your favorite? What is your favorite toy Uniter? And also, which of the toy Uniters do you prefer over the Masters, and vice versa, you know? Let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, compared to the Masters, the Uniters here are a massive step up. They really are. They are incredible. The play functionality, what with putting the creatures on their backs, and all of a sudden you got, well, Phoenix Tahu, the meme. And yeah, the playability was just so awesome. Imagine how far they would take it with 2017. Not going to happen, unfortunately. In fact, it didn't happen, because yeah. So, that is all I have to say about this topic at this point. I will be back probably tonight. If not, then tomorrow. I've still got some Bionicle stuff to talk about. I'm sorry I didn't post anything yesterday or the day before. I think the day before that we had some was it weather problems or you know, Wi-Fi problems. Either way, couldn't record anything, so I will be back later. And yeah, so stay tuned for more videos. I am TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks later. Have a good fucking day, and peace.